Let's begin with the poetic devices today. In poetry, section, we come across so many literary or poetic devices. Some of them are very common, such as simile, metaphor, refrain, onomatopoeia, and hyperbole. Most of us know that simile and metaphor are the devices through which some comparison is made between two objects. But there lies a difference between a simile and a metaphor. when we come to use them. Well, simile is used to make a direct comparison between two different objects in which there is at least one quality in common. Simile is often used by using the words like and as. So wherever you find like and as between two objects in the line of a poem, you can take it as a simile. Let us see an example. He thought like a lion in the battle. Here we have used like to compare between the quality of fighting between him and the lion. So here we can say that the comparison made is of a simile. Okay, let's see some more examples. Manoj can bet like Tendulkar. Here again we have compared Manoj and Tendulkar with the help of the word like. So this is also an example of simile. Now let us see the examples of metaphor. and let's define it also. Well, metaphor is also a kind of comparison between two objects. But this is an indirect comparison and in this we don't make use of the words such as like and as. Instead, there is an indirect or implied comparison. Let's see the examples of metaphor. When we say he fought like a lion, we use a simile here because I have used the word like here. But if I say he was the lion of the battle, here I have not used the word like and as, so it will be the example of a metaphor, because here again we have made a comparison between him and the lion. So this is the example of metaphor. Let's see some more examples of metaphor. A bird is a small aeroplane. Here again there is a comparison between a bird and the aeroplane, and I have not used the word like and as here, so this will all be the also be the example of a metaphor. A tree is a green tent. Here the comparison is made between the tree and the tent, and we have not used the word like an edge here. So again this is the example of metaphor. So this is now quite clear that in simile we mostly use the word like an edge, and in metaphor we do not use the word like an edge. But in metaphor, the comparison is indirect and implied. Okay, now let's come to some other literary devices like refrain. Refrain is a poetic device which is used in poems as a repetition of a line after each stanza of the poem. As you must have read the poem Brook by Lord Alfred Tennyson, in that poem he repeats the line, "Men may come and men may go, but I go on forever." And this line is frequently repeated after each stanza. So, this is the best example of refrain. So, wherever in any poem, when you find the repetition of the same sentence after each stanza, you can take it as a refrain. Got it? Now, the next poetic device is onomatopoeia. When the sound of the words suggest their meaning, this or these words are known as onomatopoeia. For example, हम buzz, bang, cave, hiss, etc. All these are the examples of onomatopoeia. And whenever there are some liquid sounds, like the repetition of words, like the frequent use of L, M, N, W, etc. We can also say that in that sentence or in that line, the onomatopoeia has been used. Okay. Now comes the hyperbole. Hyperbole is a poetic device which is used to speak about something in a very exaggerated manner. In other words, overstatement of a fact is known is exaggeration. Okay, when we say I have told you about it thousands of times, this is the use of hyperbole, because we have not because the person has not told the thing thousands of times, but here he is exaggerating the fact that he should follow whatever he said, because he had already told him many times. So here thousands of times is the example of hyperbole. Some more examples. For example, in John Donne poem Go and Catch a Falling Star, we come across such lines which are the best examples of hyperbole.